What's the easiest thing to make on the pottery wheel? Well, if you ask me, I would say a giant mess. Of course, easy is subjective, but after being a pottery teacher for a few years, I will tell you what the most common thing I see is. I like to tell my first-time students that we're gonna shoot for a cup and probably land in a cat food dish. And if you don't have a cat, it might be time to get one because starting pottery usually means making a lot of flat trays. That's because a lot of times when you're first learning how to do your pulls, people lean really far out to the side while they're pulling, which then flattens their piece. I always suggest that people only make their pieces about 3 to 4 fingers wide to avoid making these little plates, but it usually still happens. And while you do want to work on your dominant side, you don't necessarily need to lean your way out as you're doing your pull. What inevitably happens is we get an oopsie plate where our piece collapses down onto itself. And I just remind my students that the clay becomes whatever it wants, so let's just work with it and turn it into something funky. So this is my reminder to hold your expectations loosely when using the pottery wheel, because sometimes the clay has a mind of its own and you don't really get a say of what it's going to be.